Hey everyone, ready to ditch the cold and head south.
Always up for some sunshine.
Me too. So, today we're diving into a golf course that's been causing a stir, Sweetens Cove Golf Club in Tennessee.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's gotten pretty buzzy. People are even calling it Tennessee's Augusta on acid.
Whoa, hold on. Augusta. Acid. Those two don't exactly scream golf course buddies.
Right. That's what caught my attention too. So, we've got to figure this out. Is it hype? Is it legit? Is it worth a visit?
Let's tee off and see what we find.
Okay, first things first. Sweetens Cove is a 9-hole course designed by Rob Collins, and he's known for creating these visually striking courses that really make you think about your shots.
Yeah, I've played a couple of his courses. They're definitely not your average stroll in the park.
So maybe that's where the Augusta comparison comes in. Thinking about Augusta National, it's all about strategy, right? Not just hitting it as far as you can.
Yeah, and the beauty of the course is a huge factor too. Augusta is iconic for a reason.
So Collins might be going for that same kind of strategic, visually stunning experience.
Possibly. But then there's that whole acid thing.
Right, that's the part I can't quite wrap my head around. What does that even mean in terms of golf?
Well, when I think acid trip, I think of like altered perceptions, unexpected twists and turns.
Okay, so maybe Sweetens Cove is messing with your expectations, like a golf course that's designed to surprise you.
Exactly. For example, the greens at Sweetens Cove. They're famous for being crazy contoured. Picture a roller coaster, but make it a putting green.
Hold up, roller coaster greens, now that's just wild.
Yeah, tons of dips and swales, multiple tiers. It's not your grandpa's flat putting green, that's for sure.
So how does that even work for golfers of all skill levels? Because we mentioned Sweetens Cove is supposed to be welcoming to everyone.
Well, that's the thing about a good designer. Collins gives you options. So yeah, you've got these crazy greens, but a seasoned player might go for a tough pin placement, while a beginner might aim for a safer part of the green.
So the challenge adjusts depending on your skill.
Yeah, like a choose-your-own-adventure golf course. And it's not just the greens, it's the whole layout. It's golf that gets you thinking as much as swinging.
Okay, but let's talk about the vibe, because that's another thing that makes Sweetens Cove stand out. It's super laid back. They even allow 9-somes.
Yeah, 9-somes. That's like unheard of at most courses.
Right. Traditional golf can be so stuffy, but Sweetens Cove is throwing that out the window. I even read a story about someone playing in tennis shoes and a Grateful Dead t-shirt.
Sounds about right. They're all about inclusivity, having fun. You can just be yourself there.
So it's the anti-country club.
Pretty much. Trading formality for a welcoming vibe. And honestly, that's a big part of their appeal.
But couldn't that be off-putting for some golfers? You know, the ones who prefer the whole traditional thing, the dress code, the etiquette.
It's a good point. Some people might miss the structure. It really comes down to personal preference.
It's a bold move for sure, and it's obviously working for them, but it might not be everyone's cup of tea.
What about you? Would you be into that super casual atmosphere?
I mean, I can't lie. Ditching the collared shirt sounds pretty tempting. But I also get the appeal of the traditions, you know. It's a tough call.
It is. And that's what makes Sweetens Cove so interesting, right? They're shaking things up. It's more than just golf. It's an experience.
Yeah, they're definitely not afraid to be different. Okay, but we got to talk about access, because I've heard it's pretty tough to get a tee time.
Yeah, you're going to need more than just your clubs to get on this course. They only release a limited number of tee times each day, so it makes it pretty exclusive.
So it's like trying to get tickets to a sold-out show. The scarcity just adds to the hype.
Exactly. It's all part of the mystique.
But wouldn't that be frustrating, to travel all that way and not even get to play?
Oh, definitely. And that's something we'll dig into later, the logistics of actually getting a tee time at Sweetens Cove.
Perfect, because right now I'm sold on the concept, but getting a little stressed about the reality.
Don't worry, we'll get to all that. But
Yeah.
first, we need to address the elephant in the room. Sweetens Cove's expansion plans.
Oh yeah, they've been dropping hints about this 24-hour lift ticket concept, which sounds crazy ambitious.
Ambitious is putting it mildly.
Yeah.
We're talking a full-blown golf destination.
But what does that even mean? What are they actually planning? Oh, their website's being pretty tight-lipped about the details.
Yeah, they're keeping it under wraps for now.
But if we think about Rob Collins' design philosophy and just the whole Sweetens Cove vibe,
Oh, yeah.
it's got to be more than just tacking on some extra holes, right?
Way more. I mean, they're already pushing boundaries with the course and the whole atmosphere.
So this lift ticket thing is like, they want to create a whole experience, not just a round of golf.
Exactly. It's like, think about a ski resort. You have the slopes, but then there are lodges, restaurants, shops, maybe even a spa.
Right. It's all about creating a whole vacation around that one activity.
Exactly.
So, okay, apply that to golf. We're talking lodging, maybe like cabins in the Tennessee hills,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
a top-notch restaurant, a pro shop with Sweetens Cove gear.
Definitely. But let's take it a step further. What if they incorporate the surrounding nature, too? Hiking trails, maybe a fly fishing stream.
Whoa, you're really painting a picture here. I can almost hear the crickets chirping.
And don't forget the social aspect. They could have communal fire pits, live music, storytelling nights.
It's like a complete escape.
Yeah.
Unplug and just immerse yourself in nature and the game.
Yeah, and that connection, that's what's often missing from golf these days.
That's so true. It's like they're tapping into what drew people to golf in the first place.
Exactly, getting back to basics in a way.
Makes you wonder if this lift ticket model could catch on at other courses too.
It's possible. I mean, golf needs to adapt. People are busy. They want more than just a round of golf.
They want an experience.
Yeah, and if Sweetens Cove nails this, it could change the game.
It's like they're redefining what a golf destination can be.
Exactly, and they're doing it their own way, which is exciting to see.
Speaking of exciting, we haven't even talked about actually getting to Sweetens Cove. With only 40 daily passes, it can't be easy to snag a tee time.
Oh, it's not for the faint of heart. This isn't your average show up and play kind of place.
So how does someone actually get a tee time at this place?
Well, their website is your first stop. They've got a detailed booking system that lays it all out.
Okay, so no calling the pro shop and sweet-talking your way on.
Not going to happen. Tee times are released in waves, usually a few weeks in advance, and they go fast.
Especially on weekends, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Weekends are prime time. They even have a wait list, but that can get pretty long, too.
This sounds intense. Do you think that level of difficulty could turn some people off, even if they're interested in the whole Sweetens Cove thing?
It's definitely a factor to consider. It's not a spontaneous trip. You got to plan, do your research, and maybe cross your fingers a little.
So it's almost like a pilgrimage. The journey is part of the experience.
I like that. The anticipation builds it up even more.
Okay, so let's say someone's listening and thinking, I gotta get me some Sweetens Cove. What advice would you give them?
First, do your homework. Visit the website, learn the booking system, join their email list for notifications.
And stalk their social media, right? They've got a pretty big online community.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Get a feel for the vibe, ask questions. Most importantly, be patient. It might take a few tries to get that tee time.
Okay, so you've done it. You snagged that tee time. You're on your way to Sweetens Cove. What should you expect when you actually get there?
Well, be prepared to be surprised. It's unlike any other golf course experience.
Remember that come-as-you-are attitude.
It's not just a saying. They mean it.
So ditch the collared shirt and khakis.
Unless that's your thing, yeah. You'll see people in everything from jeans and T-shirts to full-on golf gear. Nobody cares.
What about the actual round of golf? How's that different?
The pace is much more relaxed. No rushing, no pressure.
So you can really enjoy the moment.
Exactly. Take your time, soak it all in. Don't be afraid to ask questions either. The staff, other golfers, everyone's super friendly.
Sounds pretty idyllic. Okay, before we wrap up this part, gotta ask about their Shop the Shed section on the website.
Oh, yeah, the merch. I'm curious about that, too.
I'm picturing vintage tees, cool hats, maybe some handcrafted stuff.
Totally. And probably some local artist collaborations, something unique.
It's like they're building a brand that extends beyond the course.
Exactly. You can take a piece of Sweetens Cove home with you.
So it's more than just golf, it's a lifestyle. But with all this growth and popularity, can they hold on to that? Or will they become another victim of their own success?
That's the million-dollar question, and something we'll definitely explore further as we continue our deep dive into Sweetens Cove.
Okay, we've talked about a lot. Acid trip greens, that laid-back vibe, even how hard it is to actually get there.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
But the big question remains, is Sweetens Cove actually worth all the hype?
It's the question everyone wants answered.
Yeah. Right. Like, we've looked at it from all these different angles.
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the maybe a little frustrating.
Exactly, because it's not going to be for everyone, right? If you want a predictable round on a perfect course, this ain't it.
Nope. If you're looking for that traditional country club experience, you're going to be disappointed.
But if you want something different, something that challenges you as a golfer.
And as a person, even.
Yeah, Sweetens Cove could be a total game changer.
It's about embracing the unexpected, the quirks, the imperfections.
It's about letting go and just enjoying the ride.
Exactly.
It seems like they've tapped into this desire for authenticity, like for something that feels real.
Totally. In a world that's so digital, so fast-paced, Sweetens Cove offers an escape.
A chance to connect with nature, with other people, with the joy of the game.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
We've talked about Sweetens Cove breaking the mold,
Mm,
but you've seen a lot of golf trends come and go. Do you think this is the start of something bigger?
that's a tough one.
Hmm.
It's hard to say for sure, but there's definitely a growing interest in golf that's more accessible, more laid back.
Less about the stuffy rules and more about having fun.
Exactly. And Sweetens Cove is proving that you can have a challenging, rewarding experience without all the pretense.
So maybe this is the start of a new chapter for golf.
One that's more inclusive, more welcoming.
I hope so.
Me too. Golf has so much to offer. It would be great to see it become more accessible to everyone.
So what's a takeaway for our listeners? What do we want them to remember about Sweetens Cove?
Be open to new experiences. Challenge your ideas about what golf can be.
Don't be afraid to try something different. Find those courses and communities that speak to you.
There's a whole world of golf out there waiting to be discovered. Who knows what you might find?
Maybe one day we'll all meet up at Sweetens Cove, share some stories, and experience the magic for ourselves.
I'd love that.
Until then, happy golfing, everyone.
I love that.